Hey everyone, Nick Nielsen, Certified Financial Planner. Today I want to talk about this concept of laddering bonds. I think it's really important to understand how laddering of bonds work and how it might benefit you. So the way that a bond typically works is it moves in opposite direction of interest rates. So over here, if this represents a single bond, when interest rates go up, the value of the bond tends to go down. And the opposite is true as well. So what we're trying to do with laddering bonds is holding the bond to maturity to minimize some of this interest rate risk. So if any given bond, if we buy today and hold for a period of years, let's just say it's 5 years, and we buy the bond at what we call par, let's call that 100, we know that it will mature at 100, assuming that the issuer makes good on their promise to pay. Throughout the course of owning the bond, it's going to fluctuate in value. And it could be more dramatic, it could be less dramatic. But sometimes on our statements, we see periods of time where the bond is worth less than what we paid for it. That is an example potentially where interest rates have gone up and the value has gone down. But if we hold it to maturity, we would get what we put in plus a stated interest rate. All right, so let's walk through a potential example. Normally, the further you go out to buy a bond or a CD, the higher interest rates normally are. That is a normal yield curve environment. At the moment in which I'm recording this video, we have an inverted yield curve, which means that shorter term rates are higher than longer term rates. I'm aware of this. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to talk about a normalized yield curve. So let's say that we have some money that we can invest for 2024, and let's say that we can get a rate of return of 5%. And regardless of the interest rate, the concept of laddering the bond still applies. Let's say that we want to buy some additional bonds that mature in 2025, and they yield a little bit more, 5.25%. And then we have money that comes due in 2026, and let's say that it is paying 6%. So we would have a portfolio of bonds that are maturing in 2024 that we know that the yield to worst is 5%. It could be an individual bond, could be an individual CD as well. But the purpose behind the ladder is simply stating that when this instrument matures in 2024, we're going to come out and we're going to take the proceeds and we're going to move them to the next rung on the ladder. And so that would be 2027. And let's just say that that now yields 6.1%. One of the benefits of laddering is that you're always purchasing longer term maturity dated instruments. So in this example here, every time something comes due, we are going to be purchasing an instrument 3 years into the future. So now, let's say the following year, we have a rung on the ladder that matures in 2025. We're simply going to come out once again and create another rung on the ladder for 2028. And let's say now that yields 6.25%. That is what laddering bonds is. It is just continuing to go out a predetermined period of time and continuing to add the next year's maturity. So we always have money coming due. Hopefully in a normalized yield curve, we're locking in higher rates for longer, and we're not so concerned about the interest rate risk. Interest rates going up, our bond values, our CD values going down in value. All right, so that is how a bond ladder works. We are spreading our eggs, proverbial eggs, across multiple baskets to help lower the risk and help give us a better idea of what our fixed income portfolio will earn. I hope this was helpful. Hope you enjoyed Bond Laddering 101. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. We put fun videos out like this every single week. Thank you and have a great day.